Okay, welcome to MacBean Fitness. I may do this as a premiere or just outright video, not quite sure yet. So what I'm doing is I'm making some sandwiches for work, and then I'm going to cut up some peppers, have some muskmelon to eat, and I'm just doing a simple sandwich. Just peanut butter and Miracle Whip. And while I'm doing it, I was listening to a song I haven't heard in a long time that the lyrics really kind of toned in with today's environment. And we'll read out those lyrics and see if anybody figures out who did it. Approximately when it came out, who was the band, and the name of the song. So it says, when I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. I think we all can kind of relate to that in most parts, whatever that young part would be. A miracle, beautiful, magical. All the birds in the trees, they'd all be singing so happily. Oh, joyfully, playfully watching me. And when this came out, I think the world was kind of like that. It was actually a pretty good place, in my opinion, unlike today. But then they sent me away, teach me how to be sensible, logical, responsible, practical. And they showed me a world where I could be so dependable, cynical, intellectual, and clinical. There are times when all the world's asleep, I would say now, for the questions that run too deep, for everybody's afraid of being triggered. I think this kind of points out to that. For such a simple man, because none of this stuff's hard. Won't you please tell me what we learned? I know it sounds absurd. Please tell me who I am. I think we can kind of put a lot of relations into that. I said, now watch what you say. They'll be calling you a radical, a liberal, a fanatical, criminal. Oh, won't you sign up your name? We'd like you to feel acceptable, respectable, presentable, a vegetable. Oh, take it, yeah. But at night, when all the world's asleep, of course it pages down too much, and the questions run so deep, for such a simple man. Won't you please, or won't you tell me what we learned? Can't you hear me? I know it sounds absurd, but won't you tell me who I am? So this is a song, came out in I believe the late 70s. And I'll be honest, it was a simpler time back then. I really believe so. I believe there's some reasons. This is one of them, social media. It's that double-edged sword we didn't know. I remember when I was a young man and watching Star Trek, The Communicator, instant video. I thought, man, that is going to be the coolest thing. Didn't realize there was an evil side to it, and there is. But that's just kind of the way things are. So I heard this song on the radio. I hadn't heard it in a long time. And I was like, wow, that's kind of profound. wrong cover. Let's try this one. This one might work better. And I said I really need to kind of pay attention to that. Green pepper is going to be my snack for work. Yeah, I got so many of these growing. Been really giving them away. Gave a couple away to the UPS driver. Cantaloupe for quick energy. I do love the cantaloupe. So, remember my buddy at Cutco Knives, Lucky O'Day. So this one I just picked. These I had in the crisper. And I just went out and watered the garden. And so, because this is a snack, I'm kind of cutting them in bigger pieces. Now I'll let them get cold, and they'll be good. Vitamin C, vitamin D, potassium, other minerals that the body really needs is coming from your vegetables. They're not high in calories, so if you're trying to lose weight, vegetables are a great way to do it. And fresh ones from the garden are by far the best. So it's like, I know I gotta eat more just to stay ahead of production. I brought 3 bags of peppers in to work yesterday, and I took 1 bag to the gym. So that's going to be kind of my pre-lunch. Got 2 sandwiches, got a whole bunch of peppers that Peter Piper picked. I still left some in the fridge for the wife. And you can always just go walk out and get them. That is so good. So think about those lyrics. Think about what they mean in today's world. And how people probably could learn from this. If we have the ability to learn anymore without being oppressed or triggered or whatever else the words are. You know, the world is, they've told you to be upset about everything, and so people are. They make it where junk food is better, is more easy to buy than healthy food. They told you that some foods that they say are bad for you are actually the ones you want to eat. Whenever you hear something, research it. There's a world of information here on the computer. Just there for grabbing, and you need to start utilizing it. The people will say half-truths. The statement will be true, but the conclusion will not. And we have to, as a nation, get better at that. The politicians are playing us. Most people get along just fine. They really do. You know, and I find that online too. And you have the ones that we call them trolls for a reason. They're hateful little people. And that's all I do is hate. And I'll go everywhere and hate. You know, because I'll follow them on TikTok. You know, there's a governor from South Dakota. It's always putting out a positive message. And then you've got about 10 trolls. It's always putting out a negative part of it. I even told one, I said, man, you're spending all this time, she's living rent free in your head. Just trying to spread hate. And a lot of them, I'll go to their page and they're spreading it everywhere. They just go around and that's all they're doing. And you got to be smarter than that. Somebody's got a positive message out there, regardless who it is. The message is still there. There's some politicians I don't agree with, but every now and then they get it right. You know, every now and then they'll put out a message that means something, and you're hoping they're backing it up. You know, as I always said, I didn't agree with everything this person did, and I didn't disagree with everything this person did. All right? I have some core values. I think they're logical values. If they're after your weapons, it is never a good thing, and it's never for safety, ever. Don't fall for that. Remember, there's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. I can play around numbers and draw any conclusion from it by adding data that doesn't belong there. Okay? Remember, we were based on a right of free speech. Even if you disagree with it, still you have the right to say it. We have the right to bear arms for defense of home, family, and country, even if it's against our country. All right? We have the right from illegal search and seizure. They can't come in and just bust down your house without a reason. They can't sit there and search your car without a reason. Okay? They can't make you house troops. All right? You have the right to vote. You have the right to have a voice. And when there's people going, oh, we don't have rights. Yes, you do. You got the same rights everybody else does. You just want special rights. And it don't work that way. Everybody has these rights. Regardless of how you identify, everybody has these rights. Stop sitting there and, pay attention to me. Because that's all you're doing. So, I may do this as a premiere. Just so I can get some chat in there. And hopefully get some, more people engaged in there. But otherwise, peanut butter sandwiches, not the most healthy thing, but needed fats and protein. It's homemade bread, so no preservatives, vegetables. And of course, I am taking a lot of vitamins and minerals and water and salt. You need salts. All right, if you start cramping up, or if you're drinking water all the time, water is great for hydration, but it does not get you electrolytes. Electrolytes are potassium, magnesium, manganese, iron, sodium, calcium. You need all those things. Magnesium is huge. 600 chemical reactions in your body require magnesium. You only get so much from the food. Take supplements. Supplements are not to replace good food. They are to add to it. Hopefully everybody joins in, gets involved in the chat. Everybody have a wonderful day.